Hey, it's Mark. Let's talk about some of the stocks that were really volatile today, and I'll talk about my positions, and I'll do a rundown quickly on the some indices and sector ETFs. So, surprise, surprise, the the charging stocks were down again today. My CHPT puts are doing really good now because I got the $3 strike for the November, and those are like 350% up now. And I'm just gonna keep holding as long as this downtrend just keeps trending down every day. There's gonna be some kind of bear flag at some point, or maybe even like a short-term bottom. But I'm gonna see if I can get maybe 500% but we'll just see what the. I'm more interested in watching the technicals, and just if we just keep getting these downtrends, I'm just gonna keep holding. And the other charging stocks were really weak today again too. Well, BLNK kind of got sideways again. So I was thinking about buying some more of those puts, but I'm just gonna see if it'll actually get a bear flag, and maybe it'll get a good pop to short into again. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that's been still doing what it's been doing, like these like housing stocks and XHB. So let's look at semis, because I think that's a really important sector. The semiconductors. I was talking about this level the other day. It just broke through this major level there, and so it's definitely back in a downtrend. So we got the top, the short-term top at least was up there, in July, and then it's just been, slowly going down since, with these, and like basically a slow downtrending channel. And we got a fresh breakdown today. That's a pretty good ranging day there. It's not pretty good sell volume. So it's not. It looks like it's gonna break through that and hold that low there below support, but you can see it's still respecting that channel. These channel lines I drew days ago. It's still respecting it. Like it gapped down to it. Well, that was like the top right there yesterday, and then it opened up lower because that was the fail, the channel resistance, and then it almost came all the way down to channel support again. So we'll see. I was kind of expecting a bounce today or tomorrow, but I mean, who knows? Like, if a lot of levels keep failing, this downtrend could keep going without a rally or a short squeeze rally. But I'm still prepared for that. I think it's pretty likely this week. But we'll see. But it doesn't really matter because I've got these puts and things. There's some really good puts here, and the Redfin puts were good again today too, and those are doing really good for me. Those are like 100% now, and I'm losing to decay on the KRE hasn't hit the strike yet, but let's look at KRE because that was pretty weak. Yeah, came back into the old channel because it had this channel going for a long time, and it came back into it today. So not really good for the longs there. And then XHB is kind of doing the same thing. It's been downtrending, and it basically started a new channel. Like I drew that as kind of a tentative channel resistance, but they usually come out pretty symmetrical. They're usually like parallel. So the fact that it's just going down and never really got a good channel going, it just seems even more bearish. Like you see in this channel here, they go pretty much parallel lines go down on equally distanced and the slope and everything, but this one just hasn't really caught a bounce. It had like a 3-day bounce at some point, but not really. So it's just more breakdown for that too. So my Redfin's been moving along with it too. And the Redfin's, this one's pretty borderline. It's like getting oversold too. Well, it had that little bounce that failed, but yeah, I just like the action on this one. It can't really get a good green day. And I found another one in my gap down scan. Well, let's look at the KBH because that was another housing one I found. This KBH, it's a good setup here short on the takeout of this level there because it came back to channel resistance and it's got this support level that's held basically 3 times. And once it breaks down below that, the downside's a lot lower. Because it can go down the bottom of this channel support there. So let's find a level on that so we can find the actual level it needs to break. It looks like it's not backfilling. I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is, coming. Yeah, it's just taking a while to backfill this. There we go. So, looks like it's that. I'm just looking for the level here. Yeah, 42.20, 42.19. What is it there? 42.15. So yeah, 42 in teens is the next level down. And it's just been consistently down with XHB too. But I found another one. I went through some of the gap down scans. There's a huge amount of them today. My gap down scan, which is a short bias scan, had 87 stocks came out in the scan today. And most days it ranges between like 12 or 13 or so, and this is the most I remember in a while. I think the other recent one might have been 80s or 90s, but it's pretty bad price action out there, and probably a lot of earnings. Like solar was weak again today, but let's jump into the one I found. I found this SNBR hit the gap down scan today. And I already had my levels drawn on it. I looked at it before, and I drew some levels up. I think it was back here when it was just like choppy, and it hit off of my channel resistance there, and clearly topped out there at that level there, and it had earnings too. That's where it topped at the earnings. It was down huge off the earnings. So it's been in this channel since, last summer. So it's been pretty weak. It missed all the rally, most of the rally. Yeah, it didn't really even rally much with the market in the first half of the year, and it was down. So that's what we're dealing with here is this channel, and then this gap down. What caught my eye was this bear flag here. So that looks like a bear flag to me, where it it just flagged out, and then bam, and this gap down was right off of that flag. So the technicals are pretty clear that it's going to test that low. And the true low there is 1750, 1731 on that one. And the puts go down to like 1750 strikes. So that's funny it hit there, but I was looking at this has liquid put options, so I'm really looking at this. This is a good setup, I think, for a breakdown there, but it needs to really break down. But if I can get a good price, like if we get a bounce or something tomorrow, and or it bounces this week, I might put those on. Like the Decembers look pretty good. It's got December 15 strike, 1750 strike. And it's got March too. And they're pretty liquid. So that's the setup there. I mean, the signal would be if it breaks down. So I'll see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take that unless it breaks down, but I've had some reliability, and the way this one's traded when it trades in the past, like that gap down there followed through, and these red candles off of bear flags followed through too, like at a bear flag there. That was like a long bear flag right there. So it's doing that. Looks like the other a new bear flag. So that one's a bear flag there. So that's a good setup for a short. And that was the only one that really caught my eye on the gap down scan so far. There's so many of them. Well, yeah, Caesars was interesting too. That one had a really good. Yeah, I gotta put this one on my watch list. I think that I like this one better actually. The the breakdown's already there. Like it's got this huge level there that it's had all year at about 41. You can see it there, and it just broke down below that and it, at the same time hit the gap down scan. So, and it's a lot of volume, and it's just had this downtrending channels for like since July. So it's actually a triangle too. Yeah, this is a really good one. Yeah, I like this one. I really like this one. This setup better. I mean, there's probably some other good ones too, because there's 87 here that hit the scan, but I really prefer like a triangle or one that's just about to break down. Yeah, Wayfair hit the scan too. Wow. Yeah, I was talking about that one in the last video, the Wayfair. So I may just put on a basket of these XHB plays, like housing related, for puts. But yeah, this Caesar's a good setup, and pretty sure it has liquid options. I'm just checking those. Yeah, it's got weeklies too. So I mean, the next week, yeah, even the in the money is like 35 or 36. Look pretty good for November 3rd. But I mean, I think that was a big level it took. So let's see. Yeah, I drew some other levels here. The next one down is because I don't like to buy puts that are with a strike really below the next level if I can. Because you got to watch the levels because that one's like right there. Oh, is that even a? I may have missed that one. That's not really. Yeah, there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that is a big. That is a level. Because it had it back in July. So let's fine tune it a little bit there. Let's fine tune that. Yeah. It wasn't really a convincing level there, though. I think it's right there. So 35.50, 36 is the next level down. So, and I think it's going to hit that for sure. And then the next level down is the 31. So I'll just buy my puts accordingly with those levels. So the 30, what did I say that was? 30, looks like it's right there. 37, yeah, 37. So really, yeah, safe side, you get like 37.50 or 37, because I'm not sure how much. The next level down is 31, so I usually go really far out though, so I'll probably do 35s or maybe 34s even, who knows. Well, actually I don't see any activity on that. See the monthlies. Yeah, monthlies are better. Yeah, I may just go crazy with like 31s on the monthly, or even December. Maybe December is even better. The Decembers are there's a lot less. There's not much activity on those, but regardless, it's a good setup short. And some of the other ones, the Lazar was one of my favorite short watches, and then I traded it some, and it just broke down to a new low too. The Lazar, like that was one where I would have benefited from buying them farther out. So I had, and this one I bought maybe 2 or 3 weeks out. I don't think they were monthly, but they might have been. But I just lost on the decay on those. So but the downtrend is really staying strong here. Like the price is getting so low that it's like it could be value there. I don't know this company in depth, but it's worth a look. I think fundamentally to see what's really going on here. If there's a lot more to take there for puts. Like I was saying, solar was weak again. This Maxon hit my scan. I talked about it months ago, and it's actually it kind of looks like a triangle with the or I mean a pyramid. You see these yeah, I've never seen a pyramid pattern before, but that's basically a rounding top. So we've got a rounding top there. See it there? And yeah, I took this one off radar, but I don't think it really ever had liquid options, but it's been a hell of a short. It's still going. Yeah, total lows, like new lows now. Wow, yeah, below sevens was the low. It's in sixes now. Looks like all-time lows, all-time, new all-time lows. And what do you know? It was an IPO back in 2020. Wow, shocker. Huh? So, yeah, this one's been a monster short. I mean, look at how it's ticked down every day. These things are beautiful, really, when you catch them. I mean, it looks like they must have something going on. They're struggling so bad. Look at it's just down every day. And these green days are just totally annihilated the next day. Man, I really wish they had liquid options. Like, let's see. Well, it looks like they got better. These the November puts are not too bad a spread for stock like this. The $5 puts 10 bid, 20 ask, 85 on the open interest. And the Decembers would be, yeah, the Decembers look pretty good. Like, looks like the spread's tight, but there's no, I'm not seeing any activity in the open interest. 750s are good though. And the Januaries are actually better, looks like, yeah. But let's check the JKS because that's always a watch too. Yeah, JKS had a fresh low. Looks like the lowest level is 25.87 and it hit 26, so not quite there, like as good as the Maxim, but I think this one might be an all-time low too, or near it. Nah, no, this one's been lower. But I really like I like the price action better in the Maxim because when it just is down every day. Took that off radar, but that's why I do these scans so I can add things back. PAC, the Pacific Biosciences was hit the scan too. I think I'll just go through one or two more of these because there's so many of them that are good potentials here. I may tweet out some of my top ones later on Twitter. But PACB's got a good look too. It's got consistent downtrend. And you can see in the past it has a lot of red days in a row too. Yeah, this one just has monster ranges on the, like it's like an average true range kind of play, like it just runs and runs either way. But it's in a downtrend now. So those are the ones that caught my eye. So if I find any more, but I'm going through them here and it looks like there's just too many, there's so many of them, like with the market the way it was today. The semiconductor one still wrecked. Yeah, there's just so many. I think I'm just gonna stick to my favorite sectors to short. So if it's not a good sector, I'm just gonna I'm gonna pass. Because Sleep Number is pretty it's housing related and more consumer discretionary too in a way. But I wanted to check the XRT because I haven't looked at that in a long time. Yeah, it's still on this channel. This is XRT ETF. So it's in the bottom channel now. So it's kind of choppy there. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's trying to bounce today. And there's a pullback on the BKSY. I might put on some more calls on this one if we're red tomorrow. Yeah, that's about it that I was looking at that I wanted to share. But we can look at some of the major indices here. So the IWM just continues to make new lows. And it's pretty bad for bulls. And the KRE is still weak too. It's back in that down channel. Nasdaq is messy. Or it's pretty Not as bearish as it can get there. It's like a lot of gap downs. And this must be the, because this is like real time data, so it looks like there's another gap down. That's I'm not sure what that looks like. It's probably the real time, and the futures opened because it's like 9 o'clock. So yeah, there's today's print. Yeah, it's breaking down too. It's got like another day or two where it could possibly reverse, but if this holds like the next level down, it's 320. So it's definitely looking bearish. Excuse me. So I'm pretty happy with my position still, and the BYND, that one's just still going too. I was looking at it. I was thinking maybe that would be a squeeze there, because like pretty much the only stocks I want to trade now, for the most part, long are ones that are squeezing, because those, from what I've seen lately, are the only ones that can be really green and up in these red days. We've got a lot of red days. So if there's more red days, I think that short squeezes are the place to look, because they can go regardless of the market. Like I've seen that a lot in the past couple months with like CRE. So yeah, the CIFR was really good. I talked about that one. That was my top watch for today, and it was up like 12% today. And it was the squeeze that I was expecting. I was expecting that squeeze today, and it came. So this one's looking really good. So I read it correctly as a squeeze. Like I outlined everything yesterday in yesterday's video, how the relative strength in the afternoon was really strong, and the way it went in the afternoon till close was really strong, and just looked like a squeeze. So it's got like I follow Tiffany on Twitter. Tiffany she she covers every short. Tiffany Fawcett, she covers all the short squeezes. So here she is there. She there's not a short squeeze that goes by her. She knows all the short squeezes, or all the high short interest stocks. Like so I cherry pick from her watches a lot of times. Like that CIFR, I had known about that one. I traded it in the past, but when I saw it on one of her watch lists here in the feed, I was like, oh yeah, that's a great one then. So yeah, the CIFR is 29% short, so pretty much 30. And she uses the best data source for short squeeze or short interest. She uses the Ortex, and the Ortex is a premium. It's a premium feed, and as far as I know, it's one of the best ones for the short percentage, to find out the short squeeze rankings and whatnot. So she's a good follow, and like I was saying, these short squeezes can always be good plays even when the market's going down. Like we see that with CIFR. So yeah, like I hope that was helpful. And I still got that same amount of cash. I'm still mostly cash, or like half, which is like a lot for me. So I usually get a lot of positions on, but I'm still pretty same amount of cash I had start of the week. It's like a little less than half of my portfolio, just cash. But I'll keep I'll post out some of those gap downs from my favorite gap down ones, because those, if the market crashes from here, those would be pretty good. But I still, I think like it's good advice for people to if you have a lot of shorts on, or especially shorts, but if you have a lot of puts too, and you're overweight shorts, then it's good to have some long exposure, or calls or puts on the VIX or on the ETF, to just in case there's a massive squeeze, because these squeezes can come, like, we're kind of in the middle of this huge downtrend here, so, or it might even be at the the S&P. Yeah, the S&P's up at a level there. Like, I I'm really cautious about being not having any protection for the puts. Like, you gotta have some kind of upside protection in case we get a squeeze. Like, the S&P's like right at a level there. Like, see that big level right there on the S&P? We're right on it right now. So if they're gonna push it here, they might push it up there. They might try tomorrow, because we're right on that level now. I mean, it's right there, and we're right on it right now. So I mean, I think it's probably more likely we go through it, like we go below it, but there could be some, like, a fierce squeeze, like we saw back there. So what I used to do is I just buy puts on this ETF. So I buy the puts on this one, but I'm still looking for like a better one. Maybe I think the VXS might be better as a pure. It's got more volume. VXX, another one. So I might buy puts on this one, but I've got some longs, so I think I'm doing pretty good with my selection here, my selectivity. But even the HMY, that was kind of like an overtrade. Like, I probably shouldn't have taken that trade. Like, I bought puts here on this day because it looked overbought, and so far it's going pretty good. Or I'm getting lucky there, but I think I bought. Yeah, I got November. I got the Novembers, so maybe I'll get lucky on those. I got the $4 puts, so, but that was kind of my only bad trade, even though it wasn't that bad because it's going pretty well so far. It's kind of a trade I shouldn't have taken probably, and even though oil is just messy too. I think it hit a level. Yeah, oil hit. I think that might have been the level test right there. It tested this level there, right here, because it kissed off it really good. But yeah, it's just so choppy. So yeah, those are my thoughts, and hope you all have a good trading week.